able to bring forth a virgin child out of the relationship between the divine spiritual being of who she was, and to reconstitute life and start it again by her own search, perseverance, and higher power. They don't want you to understand that those are African concepts. They don't want you to know that the whole planet is an African colony. They don't want you to know the role that we play. The reason that they don't want you to know that is because by not knowing that, you lose your connection with the ancestors. And what happens? They keep theirs, so they tell you about Columbus, one of their ancestors. Tell you about Washington, the father of the country, one of their ancestors. Shakespeare, ancestors. Mozart, ancestor. Chopin, ancestor. All their ancestors, they're always talking about their ancestors. But they don't tell you about your ancestors. And that's the power, the effectiveness, the brilliance, and the importance of us understanding who our ancestors are. You see, it is the reconstruction of the African self. Once we can connect again, then we have gotten our whole tribal self back together again. We have reconnected with the higher dimension of who we are. And once we gain that, we are in fact equipped to engage in doing those things that have already been accomplished and to understand our power to do whatever we need to do. You see, the only reason that, as Chairman Maddox was saying, the only reason that we continue to beg white folks is because we don't believe we can do it. We don't know the tribal connection. We talk about the pyramids. We talk about Imhotep. We talk about Ramesses. We talk about Shaka Zulu. We talk about Nzinga. We talk about these things. But we don't really believe we can do it. Because if we believed we could do it, that would reconnect us with the power of that tribal self that would equip us to do whatever we need to do. We really and truly believe that we can only do second-rate stuff. We are into a storefront, mom-and-pop reality. You don't want to rule the world anymore, because a part of what they did by wiping out our memory was to make us believe we could not run the world. You don't want to publish books again. You don't want to start universities again. You're still trying to get a preschool started. We gave the world the concept of universities, and here you are trying to get a grant to start a preschool. Why don't you pull together the power of your ancestral self, your social self, and your personal assets, and go on and put together whatever you need to do? But you see, this is a psychological problem. Let me tell you. Do you know that no one could stop us today if we started our own university? Do you know if we decided to start certifying ourselves to do what we needed to do, don't you know that nobody could stop us? Don't you know that if we mastered what we needed to master in knowing ourselves, there would be nothing that could be done to stop us?